Hello, this is APT Podcast, Stimulating the Pituitary Gland. We will be discussing topics that include guilty pleasures, favorite foods, and gaming.
Cadet Colonel Christian Yoon and I, Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Samantha Scotchlas, will be your hosts, and joining us will be Cadet Second Lieutenant Tom Rufino, Cadet Senior Airman JJ O'Connell, Cadet Airman Racel Ligaralde, Cadet Tech Sergeant Hilary Nguyen, Cadet Second Lieutenant Abel Hurtado, Cadet Second Lieutenant Rutva Mehta, Cadet Tech Sergeant Lucky Hong, and Cadet Tech Sergeant Christopher Villalobos. There we go. Okay, so first question we have for you guys is about guilty pleasures and what you've been doing like over quarantine. So our first question is, what are some of your guilty pleasures and what makes you feel guilty about doing those activities?
I can start. So recently I've started like binging on Criminal Minds because I saw like way too many TikToks on it. And so I was like, I need to find out what this is all about. And so now it's like every minute I get that I'm not doing something useful, I'm watching Criminal Minds. And the reason I feel guilty is because I like probably should be doing other things, but I'm not.
Oh my gosh, I'm so happy to hear that. That is 1000% my guilty pleasure. And we actually had a senior at Scripps who was on season 12. Yeah, just a little fun fact. His name is Dylan Darwish. You guys probably know him. But yeah, he was in theater.
Yeah, just so you guys know, the title of this podcast is Stimulating the Pituitary Gland. So, of course, that means guilty pleasure definitely falls under that. You feel pleasurable, which I'm pretty sure is what the pituitary gland does. I'm not totally sure. But if you guys have any sort of, item, memory, or object that really gets that gland going for you guys, feel free to share it yourself. And that's really what this podcast is all about. So are there any other guilty pleasures that you guys have?
I eat more ice cream than I should at later times that I should do as well. I'm kind of addicted, and every time I go to Vaughn's or something, I'm like checking out all the ice cream, and I like get a new one every time.
I think the Vaughn's has a moose tracks that I really like. Yeah.
That was the one that I got last. That one's so good.
Yeah, so at the start of quarantine, I've been really getting interested in playing a lot of rhythm games. Notably Beat Saber, because I recently got a VR headset, so I'm able to play that game. And also Geometry Dash, which I've been playing ever since the beginning of quarantine. And I'm not that good, but I'm okay. I feel like I've been getting better. And I've just been playing that basically every second that I have free.
Yeah, I definitely had like a period in my life where I just looked up YouTube videos of just the songs because I like the songs. So there's definitely like a dark age in my life where I just listened to Geometry Dash music.
Isn't it just like
fire music? Yeah,
that's like exactly electronic, right. You know what I mean? Like very
techno EDM, like dubstep, stuff like that.
Anyone else have another guilty pleasure they like to indulge in?
For guilty pleasures, literally anything that's not productive. So I'll play Minecraft on my phone, and that makes me feel bad because I spent most of yesterday playing Minecraft. But anyways, to combat that, I just procrastinate by doing math. I like when my teacher gives me Delta math assignments because it's productive, but I like doing math. So I get to feel good about myself and be productive. So,
But would you consider that guilty? Is that something you should feel guilty about? If people had that kind of guilty pleasure, I think the world would be a better place.
So, of course, a lot of people have been eating a lot of food over quarantine. No comment on that. But I want to ask you guys what some of your favorite foods are, or what kind of foods that you enjoyed in your childhood, or just some kind of food that just means a lot to you, because I feel like food can be very meaningful. What was that, Abel? You don't think it's meaningful?
Okay, I kind of view food as if like video game NPCs. You really just don't care. They're just there. So like if I see food, I'm gonna eat it. Like I don't really have a preference as long as it has meat, no veggies. All right. I'm pretty sure I've eaten like 17 different slices of pizza in like just 3 weeks alone. I don't consider food to be a problem in this day and age because one, I actually need the food because I'm just way too skeletal for my body to handle. And two, I mean, it could be worse. I could be like Tom Rufino, you know?
Exactly. Actually, I really relate to that because especially when I get like a school lunch and they put like an apple or like some sort of vegetable on there, like what are you doing? You're just like tainting the plate. Like why would you put such disgusting produce when I could just be eating, pizza or orange chicken, Does anyone agree with that?
I agree with like the anti-vegetable act, but I can't be anti-fruit.
Only vegetable I'm willing to like completely go against is carrots. Even though I look like one right now, I don't like them at all. It's an awkward mix of like no flavor and weird kind of sweetness. What I am addicted to is seafood. I was born in Maryland, and you pretty much have to like seafood if you're born in Maryland. Like their whole entire culture is crabs. Sushi specifically is kind of my thing. Yeah, that's pretty much where most of my diet lies.
Why y'all hating on food so much? It's a blessing. For me, a funny story. My favorite food turned out to be the thing that I didn't like at first. Um, I for now I've been eating a lot of ice cream sandwiches, but at first I did not like them because I was born a healthy kid and I didn't really eat a lot of sugar because I was afraid of getting diabetes. But yeah, now I'm really obsessed with them. Like I eat maybe like 2 mini ones a day, but it turned out to be the thing that I hated the most. Stop hating on fruit so much and vegetables. They're healthy.
Yeah, I agree. I'm the one person that actually just loves vegetables right here because I rather there's a good chance in the future I might just go vegetarian, but I don't want to give up meat. But I actually just love vegetables so much that I think I could do it if I wanted to. How can you not like a carrot? It's just a carrot. What?
The only word you could use to describe a carrot is sweet. And you can't have a vegetable that is just sweet. It has some distinct flavor. And it just sucks that it's so crunchy. It's crunchy, but it's sweet. And like I have no clue of why that doesn't work, but it just doesn't.
I don't understand why y'all hating on carrots so much. Have you guys even had baby carrots? They're so convenient to eat. Like, if I'm ever in a bind and I'm in a deserted island and I just have to eat something, I'd rather go with baby carrots. Cause one, they're quick and easy to put in my pocket, so I don't have to freaking lug them around like a big sack of meat. And two, carrots are actually sweet and crunchy. All right, I don't know why Chris is hating on crunchy vegetables. All right, if you like chips, then you like carrots, cause chips are crunchy. Carrots are crunchy, therefore chips are carrots. Therefore, carrots are chips. I have spoken.
That's literally terrible. I'm sorry. Like, if I was stuck on a deserted island and I had a bag of baby carrots, I would take all the sand on the island and stick it in my mouth before I stick any of that baby carrot in my mouth. Like, you said you like to put baby carrots in your pocket. I think that's honestly disgusting. Like, honestly, I think you guys are sleeping on carbs. Carbs are, like, so underrated.
I will say broccoli is actually really good with garlic and sesame oil. That's just a recommendation. Try it out.
If I believe if you have the right kind of broccoli, we can turn you from your anti-broccoli-ness.
Now, I do have another question that actually was sort of talked about. If you were on a desert island, what is one food that you would eat for the rest of your life? Mine would be pasta, just throwing it out there. I eat pasta very often.
I think mine would be very similar. It would either be like pasta or noodles, and I'm set. I'm good.
Is this like considering like we have all the necessary, I guess to say resources to like heat up food and stuff?
Yes, you have a full working kitchen on a desert island.
So I have a full working kitchen on a desert island, but no boat? Okay. Honestly, the food that's near and dear to my heart right now is honestly spaghetti with meatballs. Like with the right vodka sauce and like, oh my God, with the right meatballs, it's actually delicious. Like 10 out of 10.
I would have to say mine is actually I was thinking a lot about this question beforehand. I think my favorite fruit's probably got to be, if I was on a desert island, right? Broccoli. It's just got like such a really good texture, like a meat flavor to it. I'm pretty sure it is a meat actually. So I think broccoli is a meat. So I would have to say if I were on a desert island. Okay, so gaming. Our first question here is, which is better, console or PC? Now, this is a topic that's been going on for quite a while, especially with the introduction of the PlayStation the 5th. There's some controversy around PC versus console. Oh, and we are defining console as including the Switch, because some people don't consider that a console, but we are going to consider that a console for argument's sake here.
Well, it's a double-edged sword. Like, I can see both sides of the argument because he's supposed to be on PC. But for consoles, I feel like a lot more games, like a lot more exclusivity comes out for specifically consoles, whereas in PC, that's more, you want to get into like the independent studio kind of stuff, indie games, and I really enjoy that. In terms of long-term viability, I'd say PC has that over every single console, because for one thing, your PC, you don't have to change out your monitor and stuff, or like your hardware. All you really need to change out is like I don't know what they call it, the RTX 3080 Ti, or whatever it's called. All you really need to do is like change like a little thing here and there. Whereas for a console, you literally need to go out onto Best Buy and buy another whole console. That's just more wasted space. Like, I have the OG Xbox, the original Xbox 360 in my living room, the Xbox One, a PS4, and a PS3. You know how much space that takes up? If I had just a PC, I'd be saving a lot of space and a lot of money. But I still love console.
Very logical as well.
I would say it all comes down to exclusives. Like, honestly, for me, PC is like superior in basically every single way, except for exclusives. Like my Switch down here. Like, I'll use the Switch like all the time because it's got like Mario Odyssey. It's got like Animal Crossing. Like, PC doesn't got Smash Bros. So.
Okay, so the next question is, what is it about gaming that brings you joy? Why are gamers so into gaming?
I don't really play that many games. Most of the stuff I play is like on my phone. But I feel like with gaming, you can do things that you can't really do in real life. For example, like I play like choices, and I get to make choices that like I can then reflect on like what, like the ethics of it, like why did I do that? Yeah, like you get to try out new things that you don't get to in real life.
So the virtual reality aspect of it.
I was gonna say I really like the competitive aspect, especially if there's like a ranking system or like different tiers. So like when I win in any video game, I feel really happy about it. And, like, it makes me want to win even more. That's why I keep playing games, and that's why I only play a couple of games like League of Legends, which is not a good choice, by the way. But yeah, that's why I really like the competitive aspect, like ranking.
And that's all for this podcast.
Thank you for watching.
Yeah.